getting us poppin' and keep on getting us noticed. Yeah, you believe in that hocus pocus? Yeah, you believe in with hopes and pokers. Yeah, this is boom bap at its finest. Brooklyn niggas, your highness. Booking niggas in silence. Tell your baby mama.
Yeah, what up, world? It's your man Legacy Star once again, broadcasting MadeForKings.com. We out here live at the Street Art Expo. I got another legendary cat standing next to me right now, straight out of Brownsville. Never ran, never will. You know how it go. My man Jaylo, the original. Let him know, son.
What up, peoples? This the original Jaylo, the original, straight up 80s Jaylo, yo. Low Lifes, RLPC, YNN crew. We out here.
So how did you first get involved in writing graph?
I grew up in the early 80s in Brownsville. I started in 82.
Okay.
1982, I lived along the L line in Brownsville, Sutter Avenue.
Right.
And growing up watching all that, it inspired me. Don D, Doro, the MOG crew. So I got involved at an early age, and I was in the streets before I was 10, I was already illegally bombing. Photos are available for the proof on Facebook. You can catch me on Instagram, Jaylo YNN, or just hashtag YNN Ink Masters. Been doing this for 34 plus years.
34 plus years. Now I know in graph you got your dope artists, and you also got what they call toys. What's your definition of a toy?
A toy is basically an amateur, beginner. It's nothing negative about being a toy. We were all toys. So before you can perfect the master stages, you have to embrace and bask in being a toy.
Okay.
A toy is basically somebody who just started, you know. So we were all toys. Nobody was born a master in the craft.
Right.
So as you elevate and put time in it, you become better.
Okay.
So I started in 82 as a toy.
Right.
And you know what? I'm actually still a toy. You know why? Because a toy learns every day.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And kings, anyone saying they're a king, you gotta have a kingdom. So if you ain't got a kingdom, you're not a king.
Right. See, I was just about to ask you how long into it before you felt comfortable that you perfected your craft, but as you said, you're still learning.
Still learning, and I'm definitely a master according to the masters, because I can draw anything without even sketching it. It's just as soon as you give me the can or canvas, I'll duplicate what I see. So, but when I say I'm learning, it means every day I come up with something that's never been invented, like using Pepto-Bismol through a syringe, 3 cc's of a syringe, creating cracks with a syringe needle, or using soy sauce in my airbrush to perfect certain flesh tones.
Wow. Okay.
So indeed, I am a master, you know, but at the same time, a toy.
I feel you. Wow, that was a great answer. I like that. So I understand you were also featured in the Source magazine a few weeks ago. What was that all about?
Oh man, I had just came off the California tour with the 1718 Collective and the Vandal Hour.
Okay.
And we had went through 22 states just in the pursuit of getting to Cali, catching illegal tags just for the fun. But when we got to Cali, everything was positive. And by the time I came back, I found out I was in the Source in one of the photos we were doing out there in Cali.
Okay.
And so I've been in the Source like about 4 times back to back, which is crazy. And only one was to my knowledge, but the other 3, I was impressed because that means the masses are watching. And so I'm in other magazines too, like little independent magazines you'll pick up. You'll catch me all over the internet in like magazines that's just online. Okay. So I love the life. You know, 34 years, I deserve it.
I feel you. So what can the audience and the peoples expect from Jaylo next?
Well, I'm all country with it. I would love to say all city, but as you elevate in 34 years, you no longer considered all city when you are touching other states. So in every state I'm in, cross country, I produce top-notch work. I'm compensated very well, whether it's contract or just out of the person's pocket. So I'm very serious about my work, and my prices are definitely reasonable. I open up shop anywhere, you know. I'm a true entrepreneur in the graph world. And then I can actually jump out of the graffiti venue and actually jump into the art venue at the snap of a finger. So I'm universal with it, and according to the streets, I'm what you call a cleanup guy. When they hire somebody and the job is not finished, I'm automatically called.
I got you. My man Jaylo. another NYC. Matter of fact, as he said, he's all country. You know what I'm saying? So stay tuned for him. Watch out for everything he got come popping. My man Jaylo, Brownsville representative. This how it goes down. Decipher, DTF, Made for Kings. Peace, y'all.
Thank you, brother.
Appreciate it. All right, peace, Vandals. Next one, aka to bring that back, dude. We're in the Vandal Hour on scene live or live on scene. I get it fucked up all the time. Don't worry about it though. Anyway, we out here at the Street Art Expo. There's a lot of big shit popping. Speaking of big things, do me a favor, introduce yourself to the people out there.
Hello, people out there. Chester One, Gadzooks, the Wallnuts crew, 2016. Hello, how are you?
So Chester, when were you introduced to graph? You know, when you start writing, what influenced you to do such this huge art thing going on now?
My biggest influences came from riding on the trains and seeing guys riding before me, guys like dudes that are here in the background like STEM, guys riding on the train. I guess taking mass transit will help you become exposed to what might be out there, especially that art, and it sucked me in real quick. So it was early 80s.
Now when that era, when Koch destroyed that era and it went to the clean trains, you experiment with the clean train eras?
So the thing with the clean trains, where even though I try to go out and do my business and follow the traditions that everybody else sort of had to follow at that time, we knew it was hard, so we tried to at least stay at the train stations, hit all the neighborhoods that were associated to the train platform, going on the outsides of the trains, going really up high and far, which we called six spots, not some other name they call it now. And that was a big deal for us, and that's, you know, one of the things that we liked about it. Still staying with the trains, we did that as much as possible. You know, even though streets were a big thing, and vans and trucks and all that, stickers and everything, we wanted to do it all. But the main goal was to hit, if not the trains when they were clean, all the train stations, everything associated in and around it, on the street and on the train station level.
If you could name one person that influenced you, who would that be?
I don't know. There's so many good writers out there that influenced me. I don't know. Ghost was definitely one of the big ones. You know, growing up not too far from here. So, and he was a guy that had a clean style, easy to read, fresh bubble letters, and like fucking boom, that dude's everywhere. I got to be like this guy. And I think I was for a few minutes, but that was about it. You know, it was good.
So you have a table set up here in the expo. How's the vibe? Have you walked around and checked out the other works that's going on out here?
Yeah, this place is filled with talented artists, street artists, graffiti artists, great vendors selling a lot of good stuff, great vibe, a lot of people here interested in what we have to offer, and they're buying stuff, which is great.
Nice. Now, how do you hear about this expo going on? Did they approach you? Did you approach them? How was it?
Somebody came us and asked us if we would like to do a show, since, you know, we're associated close to this neighborhood where we, you know, used to put our names up.
You making money on the table?
A little bit, which is good. Helps pay for other stuff that'll make the day go by nicer.
Okay. You have any upcoming projects? You collaborating with a permission wall if you're into that stuff?
Well, we don't really bomb so much anymore because, you know, I don't like going to jail for a fat cap. We do clean walls all the time, or permission walls. We work on many projects all the time, especially the Wallnuts crew. I help organize a lot of that stuff, so if you want to call me, you can, 201-320-1995, Chester 1, the Wallnuts crew. And, you know, we can help you with whatever you need.
Do you have a social media, an IG, Facebook?
We are on
Twitter,
Facebook
Snapchat, you know?
as Wallnuts. We all have our own IG, Chester Wallnuts, Cole Wallnuts, Dulce Wallnuts, Manny Muse Wallnuts. There's many Wallnuts. You type it in 2 L's, you'll find us.
Right.
We're out there.
So you have any last words you want to give the audience before we cut this quick?
I don't know, stay true to your word. Come on down and get some stuff before you get herbed. Okay? Hip-hop.
Too easy. Oh, hey, I'm Nesk One. This is the Vandal Hour live on scene. Old school Chester. Hey, I appreciate the interview and whatnot. Make sure you check it out. Street Art Expo. Peace. Alright, Peace Vandals is next one, aka to bring that back, dude. We out here at the Street Art Expo. This is Vandal Hour on scene, live on scene, whatever the fuck it is, you know what I mean? Anyway, we got two gentlemen here and whatnot. They have a table set up, crazy art. You want to do yourself? Please introduce yourself.
I'm Keps, and this is
Over. Ooh. Now, you guys are pretty well known on IG and whatnot. I know I follow you guys. You guys got a lot of shit popping. Keps, your art is ridiculous. Yeah. Over, you got your shit smashing these fucking trucks and whatnot. I see you have a table set up here and whatnot.
Yeah, man.
How's the vibe going on here in the show?
Vibe's good. It's starting to pick up now. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's showing love. It's a good thing, man. I think it's a positive thing, and I think it should be a bigger turnout. Hopefully next year.
Okay.
But turnout is picking up. Let's see what happens.
Okay. Have you had a chance to walk around and check out other people's tables, see what is going on out there?
Yeah. I walked around. I showed love. I hit NYC Black Books, little wall. You know what I'm saying? Blick is doing a nice little spin wheel. You get like art and stuff like that. You got Minus. You know what I'm saying? Showing love. Yes. You know, you got STEM over there. You know what I'm saying? Heart. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people over here. Bam, definitely for sure. WRB in the building.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying?
Nice.
JN. DSR. Plasma Slug. It's all love, man.
Definitely a lot of big names and whatnot. Over, how much do you bench press?
315.
Ooh, I can't begin to fathom what that 315 is and whatnot.
You can lift up that real easy.
Gang. Back to your regularly scheduled program.
So, you have any new projects going on? Anything you want to, maybe you want to collab with other people or something like that, whether it be on the artistic side or the actual street grime stuff or whatnot?
Well, artistically, anybody can sit there and holler at me. I'll do collabs with anybody. You know what I'm saying? As long as everybody's positive and humble, I'll do anything with anybody. Same thing go with the streets. Bombing is different. I don't pay with anybody. I just pay with my gang. That's it.
Okay.
But you know what I'm saying? Pieces. You know what I'm saying? If you wanna holler at me and I fuck with you, then you know what I'm saying? We could do it. We could do trucks, walls, whatever. Okay. But you know what I'm saying? A lot of people are scared to sit there and do that. But you know what I'm saying? Just holler.
Okay. Over. You have your table set up with Keps, or you have your own table, or just a little collaboration you got with the crew?
I just go on everybody's table.
Everybody's table. He's taking everybody's table. Everybody. Just like school lunch. Just snatching table. But anyway, so how'd you hear about the Street Art Expo? Did they approach you or anything like that? You said, you know what, this sounds cool. Let me try it.
Well, you know what I'm saying. I was supposed to do it last year, but supposedly I was too active to be here.
Okay.
I guess now the rules changed a little bit.
Okay.
My man JN told me about it, and pretty much his boy Havoc, and pretty much they told me to come through. So I'm coming here and showing love and bringing art and trying to show people something new. You know what I'm saying? Something a little different.
Gotcha. That's cool. Before we wrap this up, you want to give any shout out to your crew or crews? You know, yes, let's keep it, you know what I mean? But it's all yours.
It's too many shout outs. I'm gonna shout out just to my gang. If you're in my gang, you already know what it is. Fuck everybody else. NFG coming to Vandal Hour soon. Hold these nuts.
Yeah, big shout out to Vandal Hour, man. The Vandal Hour shows much appreciated love, and I appreciate that.
We appreciate what you do for
Sure,
us.
hell yeah.
We're showing love back and whatnot.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We need those outlets.
Yeah,
we need that Vandal Hour to sit there and show love to everybody. So,
and that's what we try to do.
Great.
We try to keep on a positive note and push the culture forward. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
That's what we do one night. Yo, so this is the Street Art Expo. I'm Next One, aka to bring that back. Dude, Vandal Hour live on scene. Peace. Peace, Vandals. This is Next One. We're here in the Vandal Hour live at the Street Art Expo. Whatnot. Big things are popping. We got a big dude right here and whatnot. Do me a favor for the viewers out there. Introduce yourself.
Dose One, WGF Wallnuts crew.
Okay. Now, when did you start writing? Like when were you introduced to the grab game?
1981. My next door neighbor, Bam TR, rest in peace. Used to bomb and sanitation trucks, doing big top to bottom fillings. White boy living in the projects. Like, it's crazy, but he used to take me over there with him. You know, I was writing a whole bunch of wild shit. And then about 85, 86, it devolved into Dose 1, which represents Department of Sanitation, the truck yard that I started bombing in. So I became that. And then over the years, in and out of writing, like, you know, hustling was always first. You know, it's like I see a lot of guys that were writing in the early 80s, all the early 90s. They got real famous, and I respect what they did, but sometimes I tell myself I should have went that direction because it seemed like a little bit more fun and less trouble.
Gotcha.
The direction I went in was a little fucked up, had me, you know, places I shouldn't have been, but it was always in my heart to, like, be creative and shit.
Gotcha.
So, you know, respect to all the dudes out there that's still bombing, dudes that's getting up, because that's expression, that's therapy, that's make us who we are.
Absolutely.
But right now, you know what I'm saying, I'm just trying to release a whole different level of graffiti, and that's in the 3D shit. Like, you know what I mean? It's like it's like kids play with toys, grown men still play with toys. You know what I'm saying? It's like not toys being whack writers, but little trinkets and shit. So, you know, I'm turning my ideas into 3D prints. And hopefully it gets a little bit of traction and other dudes do it, dudes that like to sell their art or whatever. Bombing is, you know, is always first. You know, maybe not for dudes like myself. I'm still in a little bit of a bind with the motherfucking United States government, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, with all being said, my dudes, the Wallnuts, they keep me grounded, you know what I'm saying? You know,
now, speaking of Wallnuts, go into a little bit about what is the Wallnuts, what the Wallnuts are about.
Wallnuts, you know, Wallnuts came about from like freight trains and shit. You know, dudes from Sunnyside, Jackson Heights, they was crushing freight trains for a while, but then as dudes got older, they started doing walls, not, you know, so much legal walls, but like putting big productions on bomb walls, like when the Fun Factory was out and all that. You know, and then like a lot of older writers got with them, and you know, they just going across the 5 boroughs, you know, dudes from Paris, it got real cool. And then, you know, I bumped into them fucking with Sash, BBK, you know, shout out to BBK, you know, and I was like, let me paint one day. And they was like, bet, I paint, I was like, I ain't ready. My first wall, I was like, I ain't ready. But, you know, at the same time, it's like, the love was there because they didn't want me in the streets doing what I was doing. So for that, that's my family. You know, to this day, it's little things that be in my life fucked up. They be the first ones to try to pull me through it.
Gotcha.
So, you know, Wallnuts is like family to me. Family first. WGF is the crew. You know, in high school, 1986, 87. Graphic arts, Decepticons and all that shit.
All right.
And you know, it evolved from there. Big shout out to Phaser, Deck PM, you know, Kraz, FK, Sway, CAC. You know, this is what it is. Like I said, I respect dudes that bomb, man. Just bomb out.
So, how did you learn about this expo? Was you approached? Did you approach the person that was putting this thing together about this expo?
You know what? Like, I just started messing around with Instagram, and you know, as you scroll through your feed, you start seeing names or faces of dudes that you was either curious about or dudes that you ain't seen in a long time. So, Rep 1 NYC, that's his handle. And Chris, Robots Will Kill. You know, that shit is exciting. So I was like, let me feed into that a little bit. I started fucking with them, and then I catch Al Ski. You know, he posted it, and then, you know, last but not least, my man Chester and Vamp. Like, them dudes was like here before, and it's like, you need to come through. So you know, they pulled me out the rain once again and gave me a little opportunity to do something to keep me out the streets.
Nice. So now, have you had a chance to walk through all the, you know, view the different tables and check out all the different arts going on? How's that going?
Oh, it's amazing, man. You got Yes over here. You got Jaylo. I went to school with him. You got the Black Books over there. That's the big thing, because dudes like to go in on the gates, the tunnels and shit. You got Al Ski, got the joint in the front, real flooded. Turtle Cap's got a lot of shit. I fuck with him. Free Five walking around. Yeah, so, and my man Part right here. I always respect Part.
Always
willing to teach.
Old
like,
school,
you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Well-grounded dude. Like, stem, fire shit over there.
So you got a table set up, and you say you got a lot of 3D stuff going on and stuff like that.
I got deals. I do commissions. You know what I'm saying? I like to collaborate more than anything, because, you know what I'm saying, it's like cross promotion, like with music. You do a verse in my joint, I'll be shared fan base. You know what I'm saying?
And you're elevating that game and whatnot. It's not that 2D or one dimension. Now you're taking it to that 3D. Which is amazing.
It's like tangible.
Right. Amazing. But listen, we gotta wrap this up right quick and whatnot. You have any last things you want to tell the people out there before we cut this?
First and foremost, mighty respect to the Vandal Hour because we ain't had shit like this. Is like Ralph McDaniels, the video music box.
Appreciate the
this
love.
equivalent right here. You know what I'm saying? And then you got other people doing the same thing. I respect them as well, but taking it to another coast is crazy. I'm watching that and I'm telling people about it.
I
man.
got you.
Keep it
So
on.
one more time, let the viewers know who you are.
DOS 1, Department of Sanitation, Stay Grimy, Wallnuts Crew, WGF.
And I'm Nest One, the Vandal Hour live on scene. Peace.
We're here with Made for Kings TV, and we are here with Chris RWK. Pleasure having you here with us today. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself for people who may not know?
Yeah, Chris Robots Will Kill. I'm an artist, been doing murals, graffiti, stuff like that for quite some time. Run a website where we showcase a lot of artists, a lot of graffiti, stuff that just really wasn't getting attention from the main masses. So do that, do a lot of art shows. Actually run a podcast right now called For the Masses. A couple different things.
Well, you have an ill character that everybody's in love with, man. Like I see it all over the place, a lot of art shows, a lot of venues. What made you come up with the character?
I appreciate that, thank you. It was just like I came up with the character about 20 years ago. It was really just like a robot that kind of had that human kind of qualities to it, that hunched over kind of feel, that kind of not overly robotic, not too mechanical. So it kind of had a human touch. So I wanted it to kind of touch upon the people that either you walk by every day or the 9-to-5 workers that really just put their heart out there for everything and but don't get the attention. So it was one of the main reasons.
Well, we're here at the Street Art Expo, and tell us a little bit about the Expo, man. What you feeling about the show so far?
Oh, it's great. I was lucky enough to do the first one a couple months ago. It's just a great way to meet a lot of people, meet a lot of artists. People buying work. There's a lot of different great vendors and just stuff that you get to see, but you might not meet the people who do it. So which has been pretty cool. I got to meet a couple different artists who I've been talking to for years. That actually I finally get to meet in person here. It's been cool.
So is there any last words you want to leave us with?
I just want to say thank you for the interview and thank you everybody for the support. Appreciate it.
No problem, man. Thank you once again for doing the interview. And this is Made for Kings TV, and we out. How you doing today? This is Made for Kings TV, and we are here live, basically interviewing part 1. So let's go into the interview right now, part 1. How you feel today?
We're good. We're trying to hustle here. Nice little crowd. A little tough, but we're trying to work it.
Well, tell the people a little bit about yourself that may not know you.
I'm from the old school, from the original Train Days era, and that's where I made my mark. You know what I mean? So I've been blessed that I'm still here to, show and prove.
Much respect, much respect. What do you think about the art scene or the graph scene now compared to back in the days?
It done expanded, you know what I mean? There's different levels of it, which is good. You know what I mean? That's what it's all about. Evolving. So it's beautiful, it's beautiful.
Well, we're here at the Street Art Expo, and we know you got a table set up. Tell us a little bit more about the table.
I learned from the first time, you know what I mean? I didn't want to cluster it, so I bought a little something, that was appealing to the eye. I got lucky today again, so, I see the other people, the other fellas, man, they got their tables flooded, man, but it's not always that way, you know what I mean? It's all good, though. It's all love, you know what I mean?
So, are there any artists in here that you're checking out today?
Yeah, I know a bunch of the cats that are here, you know what I mean, which is good, you don't want to get it over, you don't want to have too many people, you know what I mean? Not too many people, but it's a nice little crowd. It's good.
Well, you want to leave us with any departing words?
I got a show coming up October 6th at the Urban Foundation Gallery. Then I'm off back to France in November, do a little book signing, and then back home for a little hibernation. Nice. You know what I mean?
Well, if people would like to learn a little bit more about you, where could they follow you? Social media, anything like that?
I'm on Instagram, Part 1 TDS, and I'm on Facebook, my government name, Enrique Torres, and my website, www.part1tds.com. All right.
Well, it's a pleasure having you, man. Thanks for the interview. Appreciate it, man.
No doubt, baby.
Have a good one.
Peace.
I'm boss baller, I'm what you call a boss baller. Use a boss baller, ball buster. For busting my balls, I busted your boys. Let the flames of the torch touch ya. Let it burn, Usher. Conway and Cook will put a cease to your hunger. We got what you thirst for and more. That's my shit type shit. Plus more honorable hits and stars.
Shout out to Culture Vultures. Keep on getting us poppin' and keep